This is the Ken Dawgs. If I could open it up. So yeah, pretty much we got what's a tom tamale, which is not your typical Mexican style tamale. It's just a beef tamale, cut in half, hot dog in the middle, chili cheese, onions, and sports peppers on top.
Woo!
So good.
Sold 1 million where we were at before you left. I think that's the part that people need to hear about. So it wasn't like you came in here and you were mediocre and you fizzled out. Like you came in, you sold 1 million, over 1 million, and then you left. Like what happened? What's that transition? Like what happened? And you were like, yeah, you were thinking about selling hot dogs. And I laughed. And I'm like, shut up, dude. Like,
yeah. No, because I mean, for most people, it's like, what? How are you gonna make money off that?
I believed in you no matter what. Well, it bothered me because I'm like, bro, what am I doing wrong? Like, what did I do wrong to push off a guy like we want to retain you. For 2 years in a row, I've tried to get you out for Ari's birthday, and for 2 years in a row, you've been booked up. And I just want to let you know that I haven't forgiven you for that. I haven't forgotten about it, and no hot dog or no amount of hot dogs, even Ken Dawgs, will ever make up for the fact that my daughter loves you. And for 2 years, you've denied her on her birthday.
I know.
Yeah, dude. So now, or anytime we have any excuse ever to eat a hot dog, we will jump on that.
Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh.
You are now tuned in to the best roofing podcast in the world.
The Roof Trollz.
Yeah, so hey, dude, just talk to us. Don't worry about the cameras. Literally, like, that's all you gotta do. That's like the best advice. Just
all right, let's go, baby. We are rolling. We're ready to roll. Roof Trollz back again. This honestly is the best part of every 2 weeks being in this office. Hands down. I get a lot of shit for it. I get told that the podcast is not necessary and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? I'm still doing it. We're still doing it, baby. So we have some cool guests. Well, we have a cool guest. So Ken Dawgs is over here. We'll get to him in a minute. Introduce yourself over there.
Mike Cortes, National Adjusters. I've actually been on 2 podcasts with these guys.
Two of them.
Two of them.
So this is his third. Well, there's significance to this. So this is your third one on here.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's because he's brought no value.
Well, that's why. He's free during the day. He's got nothing going on, so you might as well just throw him in here. Yeah, throw him to the wolves. And the reason that I invited Mike Cortes onto this podcast is because we have a fun guest today. Someone that we all worked with, we all have a relationship with, and we all still do business with.
Well, I sold a boat to him. So
yeah, well, gave them a boat for painting a deck.
Sold.
We're gonna get to that.
It didn't even work, but
yeah,
it's still in your backyard.
Sank in the Four Seasons. Remember when I told him our buddy Mike that the boat sank in the Four Seasons after he gave it to you. But anyway, let's introduce yourself. Let's get through the shameless plug real quick for Ken Dawgs and let's roll into this, baby.
Yeah, well, I'm honored. Thank you guys for having me on here. My name's Ken Koval. Hot dog guy, if you can't tell. Got the whole hot dog thing. Ken Dawgs. Hot dogs that come to you. So
and anybody not watching right now, listening, he's got the John Stockton, 1980s short-ass shorts.
What are those, like 8-inch inseam?
Yeah, those are some
they're
shorts.
short.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got a cool like fisherman hot dog hat.
Oh, yeah. And that's the curl. This is the... I should copyright this.
No, I like that.
Yeah,
so no, hey,
the mustard packets have them hanging off there.
That'd actually be really cool.
Yeah, awesome.
But no,
that might be something new. Yeah.
We all know you, so we all work together. But like, go into your little story. Give us the background how you obviously got to know us, and then how you went from chasing kitty cats with Cortes, being one of my guys, to then being your own boss and owning a hot dog stand. So
no, absolutely. And it's actually super cool just being on here now. It's kind of like full circle and everyone's doing well. But yeah, actually, I went to college, kind of had a bullshit degree, criminal justice. I had an internship with the state police, was actually going through with that. COVID kind of came around. The whole process was kind of at a halt. I was looking for just like a summer job, just something to do, make some money. Saw the company where we all met had like an ad posting, so it was kind of hilarious. I remember sitting in with Elijah for an interview, which really wasn't an interview. It was kind of more or less like, we're just looking for somebody. So yeah, started knocking doors, put hangers on doors. Actually really fell in love with it. Just kind of the sales side of thing. I'm never really the kind of person to sit behind a desk, like dealing with numbers, stuff like that. So just being out different places all the time. And then when you're actually, for that old company, the times that we were able to get things fully covered and help people out is a really, really cool feeling, let alone the guys I'm working with were super cool too. It was just like a vibe kind of all together. But yeah, we went through 2 different companies.
2 companies together, yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of funny how that all, which was super cool again, because it shows like we kind of stuck together until now. You guys have this, which is awesome. But yeah, I kind of went out, did my own thing, and
we'll go into that, man. So Ken gave you like the very like mundane.
Yeah, he downplayed.
So
himself.
yeah, he comes in for an interview with Elijah. We all ended up leaving to go to the first company we were all at. Again, Mike was there too. Like all of us were at this company together, and then we went to a second company, which was the bigger company that we've all talked about on this podcast before, the more corporate company. You were there. You ended up leaving that company with me, Cortes, and then we had our own little team, and we were rocking it in Northwest Indiana. You guys, were doing your thing, but you guys were, these young, wild. Yeah. How do I put it?
I'm 26 now, so I mean, we were like 22, 23, 24 at the time.
It's crazy. But you got into that with us, which we have. I mean, we're going to probably get into some stories. I mean, there were some times you had a golf cart at my house, and then you fell into a fire pit.
I didn't fall in, almost. It was close.
I mean, there's it's fucking some good stories for sure.
Wind was blowing hard that day.
Yeah, you sold $1 million where we were at before you left. And so I think that's the part that people need to hear about. So it wasn't like you came in here and you were mediocre and you fizzled out. Like you came in. You sold $1 million, over $1 million, and then you left. Like, what happened? What's that transition? Like, what happened?
Well, I think we could all agree kind of the company that we were at, we weren't too happy with what was going on. So there was kind of something in the back of my head where, and at the time too, I had an opportunity to work with my uncle, which was somewhat of a mistake because I was just talking about how I don't like sitting behind a desk. That's what I ended up starting to do, was behind a desk doing estimates. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because I remember, I don't know if you remember, but there was one time in the garage, because me and Cortes used to work out in the mornings before we go knock doors. So there was always kind of talked about having like a hot dog cart, and Cortes actually used to work for a competitor.
Yeah.
Portillo. So yeah. But yeah, that was something.
Hang on, you worked at Portillo's?
Yeah, my first job ever was.
Did you have to stand outside there?
Dude, I had to wear that silly. Sorry for anyone that works at Portillo's, but we had to do that little fedora you like to wear. And
I don't even wear fedoras.
Or what is that? The little.
They're like the Irish.
Irish kind of hat.
Yeah.
So like I had to wear that. I was actually working the hot dog stand, like the hot dog side of things. It was called table.
He taught me everything I know.
So it's interesting because we were in the garage one day before we went to go work out, and I love that his dad was all for it. Like he actually pushed Ken at that point where he's like, why don't you just do it? Like
so that was kind of the point of this. That's kind of how I got the name Ken Dawgs. Is in college, I went to St. Joe's before they shut down, transferred to IU. But, I'd always kind of make hot dogs, and people used to call me Ken Dawg. So that's kind of like, it's something, I mean, and I grew up on the southwest side of Chicago. So, I mean, even after baseball games and stuff, we would always, there was called Windy City. It was like a little hole in the wall kind of place. Hot dog. I love the vibe because nobody's ever pissed off getting a hot dog. It was just like, to me, that's like a comfort kind of food. It's like a comfort.
It's got summer written all over it.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, the college thing, again, if you go to most colleges, there's usually a hot dog guy. So I went to Ball State, and yeah, you go out on Friday, Saturday, well, Thursday too, the hot dog guy's there.
Mm-hmm.
There's either the hot dog guy or then across the street you get a slice of pizza. Yeah. And it was the shit. I always chose hot dog. Dog with shredded
we know.
Cheese and mustard. I get a couple of those glizzies, baby.
Oh, yeah. And that's kind of the wild thing, because most people, they see that, they don't think like, oh, I want to do that. That's what I want to do for my life. But for me, I don't know. It's just something I thought would be super cool. Had the idea of doing it. At the time, I was 24.
I remember when you told me about it. Do you remember it? Well, I can't. Yeah, I almost
the
slipped
last
up
company.
And said the company. Yeah. Even though the guy's dead now, so I don't even know if it matters if we bring it up or not. So it is what it is. What? Good riddance. But there is a memory that I remember when we left the office there, going down the elevator, and you were like, yeah, you were thinking about selling hot dogs, and I laughed. And I'm like, shut up, dude. Like,
Yeah. No,
stop.
because I mean, for most people, it's like, what? How are you going to make money off of that? What's
I believed in you no matter what. I'm just like,
thank
it bothered me because I'm like, bro, I dealt with a lot of fuck ups in this industry, like a lot of them, a lot of stupid salesmen. And you were not a stupid salesman.
Yeah,
like
you
you
weren't
were
one
a
of those.
fun guy to work with, and you were good at your job. And I'm like, dude, what am I doing wrong? Like, what did I do wrong to push off a guy like we want to retain you,
You
stupid?
didn't.
Like, no, I know. But later, then you realize it's like, oh no, this is what he's passionate about. Like, he wants to go do this. So then what we did was like, we believe in our network here. Like, and you know that better than anybody. But
yeah.
like, yeah, dude. So now it's awesome because anytime we do like the veterans roofs or anytime we have any excuse ever to eat a hot dog, we will jump on that.
Well, dude,
and,
when you
have
first
here.
started the Ken Dawgs, we had you come to your house. We did a fantasy football draft with you.
yeah?
Yeah. Which was a great decision, by
It
the
was
way.
great. No, it was great. Again, I think you've learned how to like actually do ordering now because we ordered so much damn food.
Oh, yeah.
We were just standing outside trying to
We
eat
ate
as much.
so much
we
food,
ate
though.
so
We're
much
not gonna like downplay how much.
No,
was
no.
eaten.
We
DJ had like 9 Polish, and Donnelly, I don't even know how many hot dogs he had. Yeah,
It was crazy, but it was just funny. It's like, how many you think you need? I don't know. Let's do these many. And we were like, yeah, we have a lot of food.
Yeah. No, I'm very grateful. You guys
That was,
definitely have given me a lot. I mean, I've done even, I think, 2-3 different events
You've
for the
done,
company.
you did a couple of you did our veterans build. You did our summer party. We did at Lemon Lake.
Yeah.
which
I've
was
tried
the
to get him
shit.
for
Veterans
Arias a
roof
couple
giveaways.
times, but he's always booked up till then. Like, he's successful. Anybody listening to this, like, if you follow Ken Dawgs on Instagram, you should follow Ken Dawgs. You should follow him everywhere. But Ken Dawgs is very popular. It's not like you didn't just become a hot dog person and then every other weekend you're working. Like, you fucking what do you
you're
work
doing
every
events.
day? Every time I call the guy, I'm in the kitchen. What's the kitchen you work at too, by the way? Where's that?
So that's so yeah. In the summer, the whole hot dog thing's really great. And then obviously in the winter, that's the most asked question. What do you do in the winter? So I actually work at Two Bills, which is a bar right outside of the Seasons where I live. So yeah, I work in the kitchen there, which they do. I mean, most of their sales is obviously with liquor and stuff.
Do you work
However,
at night though in there?
I do. Yes. Actually, I'll be there today from 4 to about like 8:30.
Dude, so you're telling me that if I went to Two Bills, I could have a couple beers and finish off the night with a Ken Dawg?
Absolutely.
And for those listening, what is a Ken Dawg?
So actually, why don't I just show them? I did bring a couple with me here. I got a little variety of stuff.
Well, if this wasn't a damn good transition, I don't know what is.
But yeah, I got a couple Chicago dogs here. So I don't know
Hell
if you guys
yeah.
want to pass those around, or I got Chicago dogs, Polishes, and Ken Dogs, which I'll explain.
I'll do a
what the
Polish,
Ken
but a
Dog
Ken
is.
Dog is
There's a
a
Polish.
lot right now on
Yeah,
on the
Ken Dawg,
podcast.
you can show. I won't
We're
be able to eat
scared
that
of
on
it, yeah.
on camera.
Yeah, no, this is look at the bag just ripped open. This is how this is.
Hefty boys.
Yeah. Well, they say pound for pound, the heaviest team in Northwest Indiana. Angelo's not on that list, but Ken, you wouldn't be either. I'm definitely on that list.
What? So what? Hang on, we got Polishes, Chicago
Look at
Dogs.
the Chicago Dogs. There's a Polish sausage there, and then this is the Ken Dog.
Ken
Which
Dog,
yeah,
that's
this is might need some napkins here. This is
That's a beast. But
yeah.
Tell them what it is.
If I could open it up. So yeah, pretty much we got what's a tom tamale, which is not your typical Mexican style tamale. It's just a beef tamale, cut in half, hot dog in the middle, chili cheese, onions, and sports peppers on top.
So good.
These are
Yeah.
So good.
absolutely.
That's
yeah.
what I would normally eat, but we're on a podcast right now.
Yeah.
That's just not happening.
No, I get it.
even
I don't
now
want
this
to.
will
I don't
be
want to get
bad, but
cheese all over you guys.
I'm
nice
getting a photo
couch
of
and
this
stuff.
too. This is a work of art, even.
So yeah, put it down. Let's go so we can show everybody. But yeah, dude, Ken Dawgs. And so your normal business is like in the summertime. I know you've been doing a lot of parties. You go to a lot of events. I saw you've been posting. You're doing like a concert.
Yeah, I'll be at the Rocks Fest, which is in Portage.
That's super cool.
Yeah, they got a lot of
Be passing
major.
to those.
If that thing is real, which is there confirmation like you 100% that's really happening?
Yeah,
Do you
one of
know?
those.
Do you know some of the bands off the top of your head?
yeah. Fuel, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah, there's some really
Plain
good
White
bands.
Tees,
Bro,
Lit.
yeah,
Yeah,
this is all
Pilots, I think.
in
Yeah.
Portage.
Portage.
Yep. Yeah.
gonna be the shit.
So they said I think
They
max
went from
capacity
Pauly
is-
Shore stand up to STP concerts.
Yeah.
What a come up!
It's,
I
it's
think
by
the-
the,
I think
by the
they
bar
got-
area,
I'm sorry.
like those little bars. That's kind of over.
Yeah, that's exactly where it's at.
Or
I
even
think
if you guys
there's,
want a
20,000
hot dog or something, grab one,
capacity.
please.
That's so cool.
So yeah, and then actually next week it's kind of interesting. I'll be doing a grand opening for a dispensary in Michigan. So Ken Dawgs is expanding a little bit into different states.
Hold on a minute. You're gonna be in the parking lot?
Yeah, so
Bro.
it was kind of wild. They had reached out, and at first I wasn't too sure if I was gonna do it because it's in Michigan.
Who cares?
Well, it's then there's different permits, and then even even Lake County and Porter County, you know, the way your card's set up is different. They got different kind of with their permits and stuff like that. So originally I was, wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it just because of the permitting, stuff like that. Then they were like, yeah, well, they wanted to pay for the first 100 people that like come out. So I was like, well, I'm gonna figure this out real quick. It's kind of a pretty cool event. So that'll be going on next week. So I'm pretty excited about that. Ken Dawgs expanding a little bit.
Oh yeah, man.
Good. That's awesome.
So you're gonna be outside of a dispensary. Excuse me, I'm eating this
Sold out
delicious
for
Polish
now.
dog right now. It's ridiculous.
No,
but
you're all good.
you're gonna be outside of a dispensary, and they're footing the bill for the hot dogs.
Yeah, for the first
100.
100 people, yeah, they're covering.
How many are you
hot
bringing
dogs.
after that? Like you're prepared for what's about to happen, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's the other thing too. Is I mean, I'm sure that's probably the best place to be at to feed people and serve people. So
Outside the beach,
I'll have,
and that's where you're at all the time too in the summertime.
right. Yeah. So yeah, this would be. I'll have my full menu. Like I said, they're just paying for the first 100 hot dogs, but they're allowing me to serve people. After
Well, I
that,
think
if
that's
they
awesome.
wanted
What's
seconds.
the name of the place?
It's called Timber Cannabis.
And where's
so
it
it's
at?
in New Buffalo.
In New Buffalo.
Yeah, so this is a grand. I think they have a couple different
What
locations.
day is this?
April 5th.
Let's try to set it up.
All right, yeah. Well, maybe I'll come out and support you. Say
Yeah,
hi.
it's really not that far. I think it's like
No, it's like-
45
it's
minutes.
like,
From
yeah,
us, yeah, I'm like a half
From
hour
right here,
my
it's like
house.
40. It'd be 40 minutes from here.
Yeah, my
Probably,
house
yeah.
is like it's literally like a
Yeah,
half
you're
hour.
I mean,
close
it's just the
Buffalo,
same
yeah.
as when I go to the beach because that's where I usually set up in the summers, West Beach,
Okay.
and the Indiana Dunes, the national park. So it's just a little bit further down from there, probably like 20 minutes away from there. So, yeah, really excited. It's gonna be pretty cool.
You're gonna do awesome, bro. You're gonna do
Yeah,
like
it's
that
gonna be
little,
fun.
you're gonna do like that little girl in Colorado with the Girl Scout cookies. She sold all those boxes out.
Yeah,
there.
that's sick.
so that's kind of wild, and that's what's really cool about the whole Ken Dawgs thing is because you really get to meet so many cool people. And like, so I'm doing an event for cannabis, like a dispensary, but then I'm also having events for like Portage, their FOP, their fraternity order police. So it's like you do an event for a cannabis company, and then it's like you're working with the cops as well, like doing events for them. And I do also do a lot of like give back events. So which I've seen you guys support some of the golf outings and stuff in the seasons. So I'll be in for like the
Oh, if it's golf related, Angelo, he's gonna support it.
yeah. Well, last year I remember I was driving and I saw Jim Mendoza actually. He's has the Romans truck out. He's getting
Yeah.
his golf clubs out, and I think it was for like the Northwest Indiana.
It was the fire department.
Oh, the fire department. So I
last
will
one.
be serving hot
Oh, yeah,
dogs
man.
for that event. I'll be right around the bend, Northwest Indiana, No Child Hungry.
I love
I'll
that.
be, and that's what's really cool too is I feel like I'm able to give back, in a sense, because I mean all the tips and stuff I get from that is going
I love
directly
that,
to
dude.
them.
Well, funny you say that is we actually had on the podcast last time we had Mad Mothers Against Drunk Driving,
Yeah,
and they're doing
saw
a
that.
walk, so we can try to link you guys up, see if we can do something with you, have you out there, because we already donated. So we donated $1,000 to their cause. We're gonna get our team to go out there. We're gonna get online. It's in I think June or July, but we're gonna sponsor it, so you can get online, register, and it's gonna be like a Team Romans.
Yeah.
And then we, any money that we get, excuse me, goes towards that. But I can link you
That's
up with and I apologize, I don't remember her name. I have her card in my office, but we'll link you up with her and be like, hey, can you come out there
yeah,
and do the same? We'll figure something out because again,
definitely.
that's one of the best things about the podcast. Again, we obviously this is a really special one for me and Elijah because again, he's been my boy for so long, and you two have been close friends of mine. Again, when you got here, I found out, oh, you live in the season too, which is sick. But we like that we get local businesses around here. We like that we're getting local. That's the other half of it, right? Is not just the roofing and like our industry stuff. Is the other half that we try to do is people in Northwest Indiana. We had Jesse Cassis on here. He has a small gym in Valpo, which
We
was an
had
awesome.
John Jordan, Jump City. He owns that. He
Yeah, we've
also
had
does
you.
like a PI thing. We've had you on here. Derek Durst was
Derek
on
Durst
here
with the
for
Durst,
Haven Realty.
Yeah, so it's like
That's awesome.
And we're reaching out to other people. I'm trying to do something possibly with like
That's
219
all our
Social.
network, though.
And that's our
we
network.
need to branch out of it. So,
but we have some talks honestly, which I think is a really good idea. We want to talk to one of the theaters, see if we can talk to them. Just think obviously it's fun, but it's like, hey, let's promote the theaters because I don't think enough people know. So we've been going to Imagine, kind of segue off to something different, but they play old movies there, and that's sick. Like we got to just see the original Ninja Turtles.
That's
Which,
super
Die
cool.
Hard
And
last
like
year,
a theater,
Return of
'cause
the
it's one
Jedi.
thing to see it at the house, but like in the theater, like that whole.
I didn't get to
that's
see it in the
super
theater when I was a kid.
none of us did, dude. It was what 1990.
That's what I mean. So but they do that. Like they have like every weekend they're playing like one or two older movies, and
That's
it's like,
awesome.
hey, how can we give you guys a shameless plug while hanging out eating hopefully some good ass popcorn? Again, we haven't had any of this set up, but this is like our vision.
Yeah.
And then do a podcast at a theater. That's the
in
shit.
an empty
That's
theater
awesome.
while you're sitting there against the railing, and,
Well-
like you're
well-
shooting it, and it Ravens and all them. They set it up, and we're inside the movie theater. Be so cool.
You
Well,
guys will make it happen.
Yeah, Eli rents out the movie theater almost every week,
So stupid.
every Sunday.
Yeah, I see on your story all the time.
It's
which is
empty
super
because
cool.
we go to old movies, or we go during the day when nobody wants to go
Yeah.
see a movie. You
Yeah.
guys are young single men. Like,
Come on,
well, you're
man.
a
Yeah,
father
you're
now,
not
but you're a young single man. Ken, you probably didn't even know they play movies before 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but they
Yeah.
do. And then the movies that we go see, Shrek. I mean, dude, Shrek's been out for 20 years. Like, who hasn't seen it? You know what I'm saying?
classic,
Like, how many
man, that
people do
never
you
gets
expect to
old.
be in there? I went and saw Return of the Jedi, and there was only like 8 people.
Yeah.
So how many do you think was
But
in
that's
Shrek?
kind of the point is like, I don't know if they're advertising enough because like, dude, you guys could probably pack this with some of the movies. Like I said, Die Hard was the shit. They played Star Wars. Like you guys are playing some good movies.
Lethal
Yeah.
Weapon comes there in November. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
But so we got some stuff in the works that we're going to try to hopefully make happen. Because
No,
yeah,
and
it's just cool.
I see you guys are always doing. I mean, I'm very grateful to you having me out because you guys did the roof giveaway. So
Yeah.
like just being a part of that was super cool because it's and that's what I think is awesome with just the hot dogs, and you guys are able to do it with roofing in different ways. But how you're able to give back is like so important. And yeah, like I said, I'm grateful that you guys had me out, and it was cool to
course,
be kind
man.
of part of that. And yeah,
Well, good, man.
Well, I
And,
wanted to tell you. I mean, again, I don't know if we're wrapping up soon or not, but like I always
Well,
tell
we're
these
gonna have
guys.
to 'cause the
I know
man-
we have another guest coming, but I want to say thank you to you because when we talk about the old days working, and and it was you, Cortez. Shout out to our shot. I know he's doing his own thing now in the city, but I had you guys with me when we were at that company, and I mean, we had a really great relationship. But when you left, man, you did something that again most people I don't think do, but it goes to who you are as like an individual and your characters. You wrote me that card. I don't know if you remember that. And not only was that one of the nicest things anyone's done for me, it was also one of the like most humbling things because it let me know more of who I thought you were already. But it just like it was super touching. I know we never really got to talk about that, but when I think back to those days when if there's ever any criticism of me or how I do things, it's like I don't know, man. The guys I've been associated with, like my boy here, we own a company now. My boy here, he owns a company now. My boy here owns a company now. That's the shit.
yeah.
And it's like I think about those days, and it's like that, dude. It's just such good memories with you guys. And like I said, man, when you wrote that and just thanked me for being there and supporting you, I was like, well, dude, you helped me like in so many other ways. So again, thank you for that. Like I said, I still think about that to this day, and it's what I try to give people now that we own this company. We try to give back the same way we did when we were just like your team leads. But how do we do that as owners? Like, so we try to do that to like the 10th degree, man. Like we've taken what he and I've learned in this industry and how we kind of just treated our boys, to like now we can treat our employees, and it's because of those interactions with you guys. And again, you have your brother now, even Matt that don't work here anymore, but like we had a core group of guys that were with us for a long time, and I don't ever take those
About to
moments
make
for
me shed a tear here, man. That's
no, dude, it's the shit, dude.
But I'm
real,
glad that
yeah.
he's showcasing that because my sentiment toward you is like the exact opposite. Like I think you're a dirtbag. For 2 years in a row, I've tried to get you out for Ari's birthday, and for 2 years in a row, you've been booked up. And I just want to let you know that I haven't forgiven you for that. I haven't forgotten about it, and no hot dog or no amount of hot dogs, even Ken Dawgs, will ever make up for the fact that my daughter loves you. And for 2 years, you've denied her on her birthday.
I know. I feel terrible. However, I do got 2 carts now, and I do have some help this year. So
Hell yeah, man. Well, good for
yeah,
you, man.
so we can
Expanding and all that.
figure
Like, I think
something out.
that's just awesome. But no, man, I just wanted to let you guys know that because, again, I don't think everyone always understands what we do, A, owning a roofing and siding company, and B,
No
I
one does.
don't think they ever actually know truly, like, you don't get to talk about the inside stuff as much. Again, that's part of the podcast, but, like, that's where we try to shed light. And again, as much shit as we talk on here and give each other, I mean, anyone has watched or listened, there's a couple episodes we just like flame each other the whole time and like
Oh,
are
yeah.
just
I'm like a fanboy of you guys. I'm
Get a little
always
high.
every Monday. It's like I'm looking forward to. I've like subscribed and everything.
It's just the shit, dude. Like again, like some of those episodes are my favorite. You know, get a little
It's
high.
kind of educational sometimes though too. Like
Yeah.
it's you guys kind of do a really good job with.
We feel like there's nuggets in every single episode, but sometimes you just got to get through them and listen to them. But we can't just push it all. Like we did go through a stretch. There was like 5 of them that were like when we were out in Minnesota. We got
those
some real
episodes.
good educated ones, and then we're trying to go back into the fun content. And then I think in the future here, we're going to be pushing toward Northwest Indiana now. We're going to be showcasing a couple businesses, going and shooting podcasts inside there, trying to gain traction on that so we can get some local entrepreneurs. And then the hopes is that we'll be able to collab this thing the right way. So it's not just national platform, but on a local platform as well. As Roof Trollz is, it's bigger than roofing. But man, I'd like to kick it longer, but we got another guest waiting, so we got to jump into that. But follow Ken Dawgs on Facebook, follow him on Instagram. I'm telling you right now that Ken Dog will change your fucking life.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
it's
It's
super
amazing.
It will clog
Thank
all
you,
your
guys.
arteries, but it will be so delicious going down.
But hey, we'll do another one. Just scheduling.
100%,
We'll
we're
do
gonna
another one because we
Yeah,
didn't.
we never really got into all the
We didn't get to.
stories
There's a
and,
lot of
like,
stuff that we
Dude,
didn't
there's so
do.
much.
I thought
And-
I was kind of nervous coming up here because I'm like, man, I might get absolutely flamed.
No,
Some of the
bro.
stuff that
Dude, they were good stories, and I know we have to wrap it up, but I mean, we would just get like for whatever reason. Why did we need 3 cases of whatever those like Corona margarita? It was
Topo
stupid.
Topo Chico.
Topo
there you
Chicos,
go.
and we would just sit in my backyard. And Lauren, for whatever reason, was cool with it. Shout out to my wife, Lauren. And then like 3 hours later, was
painted
not
half
into
the
it.
house.
Well, that was
Not into.
that was the thing though. Like
3 hours
what
later.
what I really liked about our group of guys, you would get a lot of shit for like, oh, you're the Lone Ranger and you guys want to do things your way, but like just to kind of piggyback of what you're saying, our work ethic was always on point. I would always get up at 5 a.m. so we can go to the gym before we got out and worked, you know, and we would always meet up.
Well, results
we
matter
would
too,
always
though.
meet Angelo at the bar.
Results do matter. Get ready to go meet Angela at the bar. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, well, we had to go through files.
You gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta have
We're supposed to do
breakfast,
that in the
mimosas. You gotta have lunch with
Federales.
Hey, all I know is
liquid
our,
lunch.
our
Bring
buy
it
rate, our buy rate was really good. Our
Yeah.
approval rating was really good. Again, I'm just saying there were some other numbers, but no.
Anyway, as always, we don't know how to exit a show, so we'll get these guys on here next time. And for everybody listening and watching, I'll see you in the next one.
Peace. Thank you guys.